The displaced people of Gujarat and Jammu and Kashmir. The stories of displacement and resilience among the people of Gujarat and Jammu and Kashmir serve as a poignant reminder of the human cost of conflict and the importance of supporting vulnerable communities. Experiences of Mukesh and Sahib. Mukesh's story. Forced to flee his home in Gujarat due to religious tensions, Mukesh struggled to rebuild his life in an unfamiliar city, facing discrimination and economic hardship. Sahib's journey. As a young child, Sahib was uprooted from his home in Jammu and Kashmir, leaving behind everything familiar and adapting to a new life filled with uncertainty. Shared challenges. Both Mukesh and Sahib grappled with the emotional toll of displacement, the loss of their cultural identity, and the difficulties of integrating into new communities. Displacement and its impact on identity. Cultural erosion. Forced displacement often leads to the gradual erosion of cultural traditions, languages, and practices, leaving the displaced feeling disconnected from their roots. Sense of belonging. The lack of a strong sense of belonging in their new surroundings can contribute to feelings of isolation and a fragmented sense of identity for the displaced. Adapting to change. Displaced individuals must continuously adapt to new social, economic, and political realities, further challenging their ability to maintain a cohesive sense of self. Challenges of integrating into new communities. Language barriers. Navigating unfamiliar languages and communication styles can hinder the displaced from fully engaging with and integrating into their new communities. Social exclusion. Displaced individuals often face prejudice, discrimination, and a lack of acceptance from the local population, further isolating them from the community. Unfamiliar systems. Adapting to new administrative, legal, and social systems can be a daunting challenge for the displaced, limiting their access to essential resources and services. Emotional trauma. The psychological impact of displacement, such as feelings of loss, grief, and a sense of not belonging, can hinder successful integration. Socio-economic barriers faced by the displaced. Financial instability. Displacement often leads to the loss of livelihoods, assets, and economic security, leaving the displaced vulnerable to poverty and exploitation. Limited access to resources. Displaced individuals frequently struggle to access essential resources such as housing, healthcare, and education, perpetuating a cycle of disadvantage. Unemployment and underemployment. Lack of job opportunities and skills recognition can force the displaced to take on low-paying, unstable jobs, hindering their ability to build a sustainable future. Dependency on aid. Reliance on humanitarian assistance can lead to a loss of agency and self-sufficiency, further entrenching the displaced in a cycle of vulnerability. Lack of access to education and resources. Educational barriers. Displaced children often face significant obstacles in accessing quality education, limiting their opportunities for social mobility and personal growth. Healthcare challenges. Limited access to healthcare services can have devastating consequences for the physical and mental well-being of displaced individuals and their families. Lack of community support. The displacement of communities can disrupt existing social support networks, further exacerbating the challenges faced by the displaced in accessing essential resources. Economic limitations. The loss of economic opportunities and financial security can trap the displaced in a cycle of poverty, hindering their ability to build a sustainable future. Resilience and perseverance of the displaced. Adapting to change. Displaced individuals demonstrate remarkable resilience in their ability to adapt to new environments and rebuild their lives despite the challenges they face. Preserving identity. Through the preservation of cultural traditions, language, and community ties, the displaced strive to maintain a sense of identity and belonging. Empowering themselves. By actively seeking education, employment, and social integration opportunities, the displaced work to empower themselves and create a better future. Government policies and their effectiveness. Policies and initiatives. Governments have implemented various policies and programs aimed at supporting the displaced, such as resettlement assistance, social welfare schemes, and educational initiatives. Challenges in implementation. Despite these efforts, the displaced often face significant barriers in accessing and benefiting from these government-led initiatives due to bureaucratic hurdles and a lack of targeted support. Need for holistic approach. Effective solutions require a comprehensive, multifaceted approach that addresses the diverse needs of the displaced, including their social, economic, and psychological well-being. Role of non-profit organizations in supporting the displaced. Humanitarian assistance. Non-profit organizations play a crucial role in providing essential services, such as food, shelter, and medical care, to the displaced in the immediate aftermath of displacement. Capacity building. These organizations often work to empower the displaced by offering skill-building programs, entrepreneurship training, and access to education and livelihood opportunities. Advocacy and awareness. Non-profits advocate for the rights and needs of the displaced, while also raising awareness about their plight and the importance of supporting vulnerable communities. Community integration. By facilitating cross-cultural dialogues and fostering connections between the displaced and host communities, non-profits help to promote social cohesion and integration. Lessons learned and the path forward. Comprehensive approach. Effective solutions for the displaced must address the multifaceted nature of the challenges they face, integrating social, economic, and psychological support. Empowering the displaced. Providing the displaced with opportunities for self-determination, skill development, and active participation in their own integration process is crucial. Collaboration and coordination. Strengthening the collaboration between government, non-profit organizations, and the displaced communities is essential for delivering sustainable and impactful solutions. Thank you for watching.